Hi everybody, my name is Snake Eyes BP 1980 on on Twitch right now. So thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to go right into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So here we go. I'm going to get this thing set up. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Unite for the love of dueling.
I should have muted that. There we go. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and we're going to be doing that this game here for today because due to the fact that tomorrow I am going to be pretty much all busy today, tomorrow, so that's going to be out of the question of doing. So, and if those who want to know what cards are, please let me know what your question is about the cards, and I will give you all the information that I can at the moment of time. I will even do while I'm playing this game, I will even point out one card, read the inscription on it, and then let you know what it should do and what it shouldn't do. So here we go. So all the numbers over here on the one side of the screen, like this one here, and this number here, those are my numbers. This top one here, which is 1-888-664-640, is the online. What you see here, you can be friends with that, and you can join up. And then my offline number, which is what I mean by offline, is I have my own phone. If you want to dual links me, you can dual links me on my cell phone, and we can battle each other there. For you guys on YouTube, it's best that if you guys want to be part of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, go ahead and tag both of them, and you guys can be my friends or whatever. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, it's always great to have a lot of friends to help, because if you are in the game or whatever and you're playing the game, you're helping the other person out as much as possible. But we're going to continue on. We're going to talk about the actual game. Sorry about my lighting in here. I'm going to change this up a little bit so I can actually have a much better lighting. And then I'm going to grab this box, and I'm going to bring the mouse to me so that I can sit back and relax and enjoy this live stream myself too. So I'm also watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, the final 3 episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and I will switch off later on for that. I'm going to go ahead and close this because I don't need to come back to it. And then I'm moving this over so I can actually see the chat room. So, here we go. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Right now, they're doing a special event with uh, I'll show you guys what the event is. Sorry if my nose is running and stuff like that. It's my problem. We're finally gotten past all of this. I've finally gotten done with all the choose a gift, and then daily event mission added. Okay. So what's going on is you can see there's a Earthbound Immortal in the background, and we are going to be happen to take it on here soon. There is a little thing that I need to do as well, and that is to, burn through all of the possibilities. I need to find a way of getting this character here. Hold on. Recommended reward. This character here is Callan Kessler. Uh, in his situation, I have to wait until tomorrow to doing this. But I have to come up with 5,000, 25 10,000. I don't know. It's 520, comma 000 points. But it has to be after October the 11th when it happens. This is going to be a real pain in the butt for me because I've already, I've literally blown the doors off of this event already. So, and then they're saying, oh, you got another mission. You got to do all these requirements to getting this. Here's all the cards you can win from him. And then the event added is completing the event mission daily by defeating the Earthbound Immortal skilled chips. That's fine. But then again, you're looking at also turbo dueling and stuff like that. Um, Whatever. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do we're going to choose one card per duel and talk about what the card does. Okay? So, first of all, I'm going to auto duel, and then out of the auto duel, out of my hand, I'm going to choose one card. So, here we go. Starting off with this. Ooh, let's do this one here. Um, this card here is called for. I'm gonna have to wait until the duel's over with just to do in one card per duel. So I lost, but that doesn't help much or whatever. So I'm gonna go somewhere else and doing this. But at least the auto duel got me some of those flame things to go up against the big guy. So let's go ahead and hop in here. We're going to choose the deck that we were in and show you guys what certain cards do. Okay. So the first card that we saw was this card here. It's called Fortune Vision. It says when this card is activated, you can add one Fortune Lady card from your deck to your hand. That means if I added this card, I could choose one card from my deck to my hand once I activate it. Okay? Once per turn, if a card you control is banished from your by card effect, which usually this card deck does that all the time, except during a damage step, you can activate this effect this turn. Monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effect, which means if anybody I'm going to say this card here because this card banishes certain cards and stuff like that while it's on the field, or other cards that tend to Man-Eating Bug. Man-Eating Bug says it's a flip effect card, and once it's flipped, you can destroy one monster on your opponent's side of the field. Well, that's an effect on a monster. This is an effect on a spell card, so just to let you know that. And then, let's see here. Once per turn, if the card, uh, once per turn, if a cards your opponent's control is banished by a card effect, except during battle step, you can make the next battle damage you take this turn become 0. So instead of me banishing, unless I banish my monsters, I can banish their monsters, and I take no damage during that round. That's what really comes in handy with this monster right here. Okay, I'll talk. That's the next monster I'll talk in this round here. So let's see here. It says you can only activate this activate one Fortune Vision per turn. So if I decide I do another effect like using another banishment card or whatever, say like if I use this card here says target one face up monster you control and banish that until the end phase. Well, that card basically does, it removes certain cards like this, this off the field, and this one off the field, including this one, basically off the field. And when it's off the field, this basically just goes like, okay, well, that monster's gone for the until the end of the turn, or yeah, end of your turn or whatever. Even if it not end of your turn per se, but if you activate it on your opponent's end turn, then at the end of his phase or whatever, end phase, he would the monster will come back. Now, if you did it on your turn or whatever and banished the monster, that monster would come back to your end phase. All right, but that would activate this and causing it to do causing me to not have any monsters get destroyed by effect by cards or whatever. Now we're going to get into Fortune Lady Every, and I'll talk about all of these other cards up here later. So Fortune Lady Every is basically this card, attack and defense becomes its level by times 400. It starts at 7, so 7 times 400 is 2,800. Okay, let's see here. Once per turn during your standby phase, increase this card level by 1. The max is 12, which should be the salary cap, on how high your monster can go. You can go higher by using the spell card Time Passage, but the max is 12. Anytime from here on out, this after it says max is 12, comma, this is what all the effects have to follow behind, because if it once it hits 12, all the effects doesn't work after 12. So here we go. Then you can banish one face-up monster on your opponent's control during your opponent's end phase. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one spellcaster type monster from your graveyard. Uh, Special summon this card. You can only use the effect of Fortune Lady Every once per turn. That's the reason why there's two of them. Just in case I do want to do one or the other, I can banish one monster from their side of the field, and I can banish one from my graveyard. So the only thing they have to do is attack. Okay, so that basically plays off this. But I have to. It also says on the card that it's a synchro summon effect monster spellcaster. This is basically one tuner monster and plus one non-tuner spellcaster monsters. Well, I hate to bust it to you. All of my cards are nothing but spellcasters. Here we go, except for this one here. But we'll talk about him later. Okay, Fortune Lady Light. And I will probably do one deck information. You have to know your decks or know your cards and stuff like that in a deck. Fortune Lady Light is a spellcaster effect monster. This card, attack and defense are equal to the level times 200. Well, it starts with 1, so its level starts at 200. During your standby phase, increase the level by 1 and the max is 12. So again, you're looking at the max level being at 12. So anything after this information will be allowing you to know what's going to happen next. So, so here we go. Anything after the comma when it starts saying something about the card effect is what the card does, and it only does it until level 12. Normally, light doesn't get to 12 because it's very weak and it's best as a throwaway card uh, by using this card here. And again, like I said, this card here, banish one card monster from the field. This is what really helps this card out. When this card is removed from the field by a card effect, you can special summon one Fortune Lady monster from the deck. So even if even if your opponent's got a card or a monster effect that would remove the monster from the field, um, remove it from the field in any way, shape, or form. Like remove it from your remove it from the field to the graveyard, or remove it from the field to the deck, or remove it from the field to your hand. The card effect still activates because it's removing the card from the field. Okay, you can special summon one Fortune Lady monster from your deck, which means you can choose any Fortune Lady cards from your deck and add it to your hand, add it to the field. Okay, so that is a good combination with this card here and this card here. This card here is called Slip of Fortune. Activate only when your opponent's monster declares an attack target a monster. Negate the attack or attack the negate the attack and remove the monster that remove the attack target monster until the end phase. Well, it's the same thing as what this does, but the only thing is it negates the attack, basically. It's the same card, just different added on there. So that's what helps these two cards out, or this card out, basically. All right, I'm going to do Fortune Lady Win. I'm going to do go from weaker to higher monsters so that you know what's going on. Okay, this card attack and defense are equal to the level times X times, which is X, 300. Well, right now it's sitting at 3, so it should be 900. Okay. During each of your standby phase, increase the level of this card by 1. Max is 12. Well, that's a given. All Fortune cards have to end at 12. Damn. Okay. And I had to sneeze, and that kind of hurt my nose. When this card is normal summon, you can destroy a number card from the spell or trap card your opponent's control equal to the number of Fortune Lady monsters on the field. In this situation, this Fortune Lady card is best to not special summon, but she is great for normal summon. So if you have her in your hand or whatever, you can place her on the field automatically as the first card, and it can negate one trap card or destroy the one trap card that your opponent laid before you laid this card. If you happen to lay this card first before they lay a trap card, the effect is not workable because due to the fact that the card is not active. This card doesn't activate when it's already on the field. It activates when you summon it to the field. So your best requirement is you got to wait until one turn and see what your opponent does. If they place one track card down, you can place it down. If they place like 3 track cards and you place this card down, you can only do one because it's Fortune Lady Win. Now, if you put Fortune Lady Light down and you had every in the field, that's 3 Fortune Lady cards, including Win, and you can take out 3 trap cards or 3 trap cards and spell cards on their side of the field when you lay down Win. So there you go. That's a heads up on that. Okay, Uh, I should have done this one next, but anyways, Fortune Lady Pass. It's a spellcaster tuner monster which helps tune this monster into play. It's basically like contact fusion, but it's not a fusion type. It's a tuner monster that tune your monsters into play. Okay, so this card is attack and defense becomes the level of 200, which is already level 1, so it starts at 200. Increase this cards level by 1. Max is 12, so again, it's like every other Fortune Lady card. You can target one Fortune Lady card you control and banish any number of other spellcaster type monsters from your hand, field, or graveyard. You can, if you do, increase or decrease that monster's level by the number of monsters banished until the end of this turn. You can only use this effect of Fortune Lady's pass once per turn. Well, that also comes in play with this card here, because you're banishing monsters from your hand, from your to the field. You're adding it onto that situation. But okay, so what it's going to do is, like, if I choose this card here, and this is Fortune Lady Earth, she's a level 6. Now, to get this card out on the field, you need a level 1 and a level 6. So the number of the item right here where I'm clicking at, you should see like little blue thing over the icon on the left side. It says level 6, Earth. Um, so if you choose a level 1, uh, then this is the Dark Monster, and a level 6 Earth Monster, you can combine them to get every. But what if the card number is 1 above? Like, say, if, again, I gotta read this card so that you guys can know what's going on here. This card attack and defense is equal to the times of 400. During each of your standby phase, increase the level of your card by 1 time, and it maxes 12, of course. When the level of this card increases, it inflicts 400 damage to your opponent. That's every turn it comes to your turn. It goes up by 1. It inflicts 400 damage like that. Not a problem. Now, back to pass. So if this card here is like at level 7, and you automatically put this card on the field next turn, I mean, the turn that, okay, say, I'm going to go back. If Earth is already on the field and it comes back to your turn, this goes up by 1, so it's 7. So you place this card down, and you happen to have like a spellcaster in your hand, and you want to ditch the card because it does say any other spellcaster type monsters. So I had nothing but spellcasters minus this card here. If I get rid of, like, per se, this card here, then that card would be 1. Say if I have 2 spellcasters, like 1, 2 in my hand, then that's 2 levels down. If I had this card in my hand, that's 3 levels down. Then that would be 4 levels down if I had that card in my hand. See what I'm saying? It goes down every 1 monster that you had in your hand or on the field or whatever to activate this. Best bet, don't remove anything from the field. Say if this card was on the field, it's up by 1, and you have this card next, and you want to place it on the field. You want it to go down by 1. Get rid of one of these other Fortune Lady cards or spellcaster type monsters, and you can decrease this level by 1. Then you can get 1 and 6 to go to 7. Easy to do, able to get things done. But if you don't have Fortune Lady Earth on the field, and you had Fortune Lady win and you need to get it up by 6, you need to ditch 3 cards to get it up to 6. Then 6 and 1 makes 7. You can get this card out. Now, I'm also going to say if you have Fortune Lady Water, which is a level 4 monster, you get you have to go up by 2. So you ditch 2 monsters from your hand or whatever just to get that up. Get that out, which is Fortune Lady Every, because 4 and 2 makes 6, and 6 and 1 makes 7. You see what I'm saying? Now, I've been touching a lot about this card here. This card here is I can't really pronunciate the first word, and the Witches of the Black Forest. Okay, this card effect says, and it's a spellcaster. Card effect says when your opponent special summons a monster, you you can remove from play one monster with a question mark attack. Hello. Uh, DERPYHOO0VES. How you doing? Welcome to live stream. I'm doing very well, but I've been having a lot of runny nose. So if you guys see me blow my nose, it's because I'm having runny nose problem. But thank you so much. But this is my structured deck. Somebody on YouTube said, "Hey, we need to know what these cards do or whatever." So I'm doing this right now for that reason. And not all cards are the same. They're all got different effects and stuff like that. But you got to be careful what you're doing. So uh, let's from play one question mark attack from your graveyard to destroy that special summon monster. Um, Fortune Lady Light is a questionable question attack. Fortune Lady Earth is a question attack. Fortune Lady When is a question attack. Fortune Lady Past is a question attack. Fortune Lady Water is a question attack. And if you happen to get this in the graveyard and it's in the graveyard, it's also questionable attack. You can also do that. Well, you can't do it with this monster. So that's negates everything on that. I have been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links and I've been making an animation. That's cool. That's cool. I would love to see those. But anyways, so basically what you're doing is anytime they special summon a monster, you have this card on the field. You have Fortune Ladies in the graveyard. You can negate the special summons of a monster. That's why sometimes some creatures don't stick around in the game or whatever, and they automatically disappear. Well, it's because this card's on the field, and the got Fortune Ladies that got removed from the graveyard and pretty much out of play. So you can't use those monsters when they get out of play, unless they have a card effect like this one here that can bring them back at the end phase. You know. Anyways, let's see here. The next card I want to show is Fortune Lady Water. Fortune Lady Water is a water type monster. It's also a spell type, a spellcaster effect. This effect says once per turn, attack and defense are equal to the times 300. At least this is at 4 times. 4 times 300 is 1200. During each of your standby phase, increase the level of this card by 1. Max is 12. So anything after, like I said, anytime after it says 12, it is usually the effect stops at 12. But usually this effect only happens once. Yeah, you don't realize it's Thursday. I do. I do realize it's Thursday. I am going to be working at Walmart during the time frame as of right now to whenever they let me go. So tomorrow I can't live stream. So I'm live streaming right now for Friday because of the fact of I've got conflicting issues with me going getting my second job or whatever. So please bear with me on that part, okay? Um, So, continuing on, when this card is special summoned, while you control a face-up Fortune Lady monster, except Fortune Lady Water, draw 2 cards. So, if you happen to have Fortune Lady Earth on the field and you got Fortune Lady Light, you use for this card here to get Fortune Lady Light out, and then all of a sudden, Fortune Lady Light says, "Oh, this card gets removed from play. Please special summon a monster from your deck or whatever." Then you go ahead and special summon her because it's a special summon effect. Special summon her because because Fortune Lady Earth is already on the field. You can actually draw 2 cards. You can't have 3 cards on the field when you special summon this monster because this monster here only does 2 cards. One effect, 2 cards. So you can't do like Fortune Lady Water and Fortune Lady Water just to draw 2 cards. You got to have some other Fortune Lady monster card on the field while you draw 2 cards. All right. Fortune Lady Calling would be my next card. I will get back to this card later, but I'm going down the line. If you control a Fortune Lady monster, special summon 1 Fortune Lady monster from your deck with the different name from the card you control. Also, for the rest of the turn of this turn, after this card resolved, you cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck, except synchro summon monsters. You can only activate 1 Fortune Lady monster per turn. Which means once you activate Fortune Lady Calling, you can only use if you happen to have, say, if this card happens to be on in your hand and this card is in your hand, you want to place this card down, place this card next, get this card on the field, and then you combine these 2 cards to get this card on the field. Just like that. Easy, quick. And also on top of that, this card here can also help bring out this card into your hand too. So if you happen to have this card in your hand and this card in your hand and you don't have that card, you can put that card down, take this card out, place this card down, place this card down to get this card on the field. Okay, simple, easy, able to get things taken care of. Axes to spare. Access to spare. This card is always treated as a ancient fiend card. That's the first time I've ever seen that ever been put on a card like that. Okay, this card, equipped monster gains. The equipped monster gains 1,000 attack when this card is sent to the graveyard. Actually, no. First of all, I skipped the period. It says the equipped monster gains 1,000 attack. Period. So if I had it on this card here and it's at 2,400 when it starts or whatever, you can add another 1,000 to it, which makes it 3,400. 2,800 to start with this monster. You add Axe to Spare to it, it's 3,800. Doesn't really matter what monster you choose, it just gets another 1,000 to it. Okay, when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you contribute 1 monster, place this card on the top of your deck. This is great if you want to keep the card around and you know the next card you're going to get is the Axe of Despair. Okay, this card here is the Mausoleum of the Emperor. During your main phase, you can turn the turn the player can pay 1,000 life points, and a number of monsters normally needed to tribute summon a monster, except the max is 200. Okay. You can't do 300 because, if you want to get Obelisk the Tormentor out, you can't do that because Obelisk the Tormentor requires 3 cards. This only goes up to 2,000. So it can only distribute 2 monsters. That's all. Um, that player normal summon set that monster without tributing. This is this is their one normal monster set for that turn. This is not a tribute summon. Okay, does not require when you pay for your life points. It's just a normal way of sending your monsters onto the field without anything to be tributing anything. So that would void. Say like if you need to put Fortune Lady Earth, you're paying just 1,000 life points. But if you're playing this card here, it's 10, which requires 2 monsters to be tribute on the field. You have to pay that 2,000 life points for it. Okay, time passage. This is great for all the Fortune Lady monsters, more so for Fortune Lady Earth and Fortune Lady Every. Okay, increase the level of one face up. Well, actually, more Earth than Every because Every only does one every time that she increases her life. When it comes to my turn, I have to banish a card on the field if I wanted to or not. This one here, when it increases its life points, it deals the damage. So this card here is greatly helps that card out. Increase the level of one face-up Fortune Lady monster you control by 3. When it goes up by 3 for Earth, it's only by 1. You can only give the 400 damage once. It's not 3 times because it doesn't go up. It's one card, one effect. Okay, until the end phase. So it goes up by 3, does the damage, and it drops back down to its original attack. I have 2 of them, so that's great there. Then we got Bending Destiny. If the uh, if the only face-up monster you control are Fortune Lady monsters, you can activate this card. Negate the activation of a spell or trap card. Okay, or a normal summon of a monster and remove that card from play. The card removed from play by this card's effect is returned to its owner's hand during the end phase. Which means if I had like Fortune Lady Light out there and I activate this when they place like say Blue Eyes White Dragon, the Blue Eyes White Dragon gets sent out because one, it can be a normal summon because you tribute summon a monster the normal way. And basically, what you're doing is you're negating the effect of that normal summon of the monster. If it was special summon, I cannot stop it. That's why I also have this card here for special summon. This is for normal summon. So we can negate one normal summon monster, or if it's a spell or trap card, we can negate the activation of that, send it out, and then they get it back into their hand. They can replay it again next turn or whatever. So, okay. Solemn Wishes increases your life points by 500 each time. Draw a card. Um, each time you draw a card. So if you happen to have this card on the field and you got Pot of Greed, a Pot of Greed makes you draw 2 cards. This card here makes you draw a card. No, you get a card. Doesn't draw a card. Each time your opponent ends in their phase, you go and do your draw phase. Your draw phase is a drawing of a card, so you get 500 each time you draw a card. You can get additional draws by different cards effect like Trap of Greed, Jar of Greed, Shard of Greed, and that also increases your chances of each card you draw from your deck. Okay, now we got this one. It's our second to last card, and I'll go right into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Activation during your um, activate during the turn a face-up Fortune Lady monster you control was destroyed. Special summon 2 Fortune Lady monsters for 2 Fortune Lady monsters from your hand during your standby phase. Okay, so what that means is if when you draw a card, the next phase is the standby phase. So the next phase would be uh, what it is that you draw a card, standby phase. Standby phase is you're looking at your cards, you're trying to figure out what you want to do next. The next phase is that you lay your card down on the field, which if you skip your standby phase, that means you didn't draw a card. But still, um, but you put a card on the field, and then you can attack your opponent, and then in your face. That's the whole setup for this game here. Is that you got a start phase, which is draw your card. Then you got your standby phase. Then you're putting your cards on the field, attack, and then end phase. So there you go. You got 5 phases. Not bad. But anyways, this card's effect. If you happen to have like a Fortune Lady Light, and by any means necessary, you had Earth on your hand and you had water in your hand, and you and Fortune Lady Light gets destroyed. You could activate this card, and you could put Fortune Lady Earth and Fortune Lady Water onto the field, and this is where this card's effect comes in, because then you have another Fortune Lady card on the field, which is Earth. You can actually draw 2 cards. You see how the cause and effect on some of these cards are? Okay. All right. Last but not least, the last card. Earthbound Immortal also Piku. Uh, this is a Wing Beast effect monster. There is only one Earthbound Immortal monster on the field. If there are no face-up field card on the field, destroy this card. Which means I have to have this card remaining on the field at all times. And if your opponent's got a field card, then that means this card here stays on the field majority of the time. But again, it has to have a field card on the field at all times to stay on the field. This is its only weakness. Your opponent cannot target this card as an attack. This card can attack your opponent directly. When this face-up card leaves the field, which it can, because if you can actually use this card here, I don't think you can. Yeah, you can use this card too. Either these 2 cards, you can use the effect. I need that card back. I don't know why I did that. Um, Basically, this card, what this card does is when this card leaves the field, except by its own effect, destroy as many cards on your opponent's control as possible. If you do, inflict 800 to your opponent for each monster destroyed. So 3 times 800. Yeah, you're looking at, what is it? 3,200? No, that's not right. 6 and 8 is 12. So it's 3,400. Automatically damage your opponent's life points if they have 3 monster cards on their side of the field when this card gets removed from play. Yeah. Um, that's why I usually fall back to the attack. So that's my Fortune Lady deck. Uh, I can add other effects to the game later on or whatever, but this is my only deck. Next time when I do Yu-Gi-Oh, I'll do the a deck one of my deck reveals and read each cards and show you what cards do what effect. So this is really awesome how that comes out. Yes, I want to save for now. So as I mentioned before, you know what certain cards do in that format. So can you follow it in this format? So as you can see, the Fortune Lady Every is on the field. Now Fortune Lady Every's effect removed the card from the field. So So basically, what it is, it's, as you can see, every attack counts. Damage is done. Yeah. So there we go. So basically, I'm also going to be adding more Fortune Lady cards down the road because I need to get um, not Fortune Lady cards. I need to get more Synchro Summon monsters in my field on my in my Fortune Lady deck because of the event that's happening. I need to increase my chances of attack. I need to increase my chances of getting a fortune get a uh, special summoning a monster as much as possible. So that's why I'm trying to do this. So as you can see, Fortune Lady, the combination I told you before, Every's on the field now. Now, since Every's on the field, she can remove a card from the field. Axis of Spare added 1,000 to its life points, which causes it to go up to 4,200. Now it increases its life points some more, and it's going to keep attacking. There was a special summon. It removed both the special summon monsters from the field. So, yeah, as I said, this whole concept of this game revolves around trying to do what you can in increasing your chances and stuff like that to stay on top of the field. That's what it does. So, anyways, let's see here. I got no more monsters. I got to come up here, gain this, and then I'm going to go ahead and look at my special cards. I can't grab that because I don't have Jade and Ubel. And then let's go ahead and choose a card from here. Uh, let's see here. Do I really want... Oh, Crystal Promise. Target one Crystal Beast card from your spell and trap card zone. Special summon that target. Okay, so if I was to get target a Crystal Beast card from the spell and trap card, so if I had this card on in the spell and trap card zone, I can use this and special summon that target. Oh, so okay, so I can bring this card from the spell and trap card zone back to being a monster. So that's a special summon. Okay, I want to do that. Go ahead and confirm. So anyway, let's see. Let's go ahead and go here. As you guys can see, we do raids and stuff like that in this game. And this is what treasure box they come up with and stuff like that. I've already blown the doors of the treasures on here. Assist times up. Oh, okay. That is wow. So what? Are you gonna auto duel? Okay. And then I was gonna say, why did I have to do that? Okay. All right. Next part is I'm gonna show that in the treasure box, that what you see every time the screen pops up, they have certain things here that you have to do, require or whatever. And then there's also I got all of those cards, and I got all of those cards. I really don't need them. And then I also have all of those cards. So I really don't need any of those. So any of those cards become like any additional cards that are above level 3 can get actually destroyed and stuff like that, or so I can get money back. Not destroying the card, but I'm giving it away to the card trader so I can get money back from it. Um, let's see here. Uh, this shows where I obtain all of these cards already, or items and stuff like that. I'm also blowing the doors all the way to the end, which is at 550000. I'm already at 7945900. I'm already blowing the doors off of this. So my only other part I want to do, not yet, is I want to rig up this deck a little bit more, especially with you say being the main character for this deck. I also want to get um, which one is it that I did that? No, let's see what it says first. You can be used for a life. No, I'm not going to spend my life points for that. Until the end of the turn, warrior synchro monster on your side of the field will gain. No, I don't want that. I'm looking for one that automatically has the Stardust Dragon automatically on the field, and I don't. I'm gonna have to look up my other game to see what it is. Uh, can be used in your life points or below. Okay, I'm not good with that one either. Um, Tire the bird. Until the end turn, the attack of all monsters on your side of the field by the number of monsters on your field times 100. The skill. That's not a good number. As Kaiba's is a lot stronger than that. Can be used during one lifespan. Okay, and again, you gotta waste a life just to get that. Increase your life. Okay, I'm gonna look at my cell phone because I need to know how that works out. So, and then I got done with Yu-Gi-Oh! GX on here, so I'm gonna go and watch Yu-Gi-Oh! I guess. Watch Yu-Gi-Oh! From the beginning to end. Let's see if I can do that. Yep, watch it. And Sorry about that, guys. Yes, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is on my phone. I got to find out what the my skill was to get blue eyes on the field automatically. Um, the only way to knowing that is if I had figuring out what I did here. Because if I happen to get a certain monster on the field, uh, I think it's in dueling, the turbo duel is when it happens, but I really don't know if I had anything as a requirement for this particular deck. No skill set. Okay, so okay. So when Yusei's on the field in Turbo Duel, he gets the automatic um, Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field. Okay, so now I need to go and look at Synchro Summon monsters and see what I can do here. So Synchro Summon monsters. Um, I could go with that. Uh, I can only go up to 5 right now, which means I gotta really look out for what cards I really want on the field or to work with. Scrap Dragon. Yeah, I don't have. Whoa, what's this? Must be synchro summon, cannot be special summoned by any other. This card, synchro summon, cannot be negated when this synchro summon monster card cannot be activated if this card attached. It is unofficial by other cards till the end. Whatever, I can't use that. Uh, I could put him in there because that is. I'll put him in. Although it doesn't say Blackwing Dragon anyway, so. Okay. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but I'm going to try adding Star Eater in there just in case. I'm going to stop at that. And now what I'm going to do is I also want to rig it up where I could figuring out how to rechange some of this. If I need to put other monsters on the field, that'd be great. 1,000 life points for a card would be much greater. I'm going to go ahead and save this for now, and then I'll see if there's any if I need to add any additional cards. Um, so let's see here. Um, let's go ahead and can I do Turbo Duel? Yes, I can do Turbo Duel. Yay! So this is what's going to happen. When I go Turbo Duel in this, I get, if I'm Yusei Fudo, I automatically get the Blue Eyes, not Blue Eyes, the Stardust Dragon on the field automatically. And then all the other cards come in handy afterwards. So I'm going to do this on my own terms. So let's see here. Yes, yes, you're gonna go first. I understand. So, like I said, you automatically get the Stardust Dragon on the field automatically. That's not a problem.
It's my turn. Infernity Knight. I said it. I won't let you
But
off the hook that easy.
in this duel here,
I'll end my turn.
any duels, the Stardust Dragon gets triple attack. All the other cards get double attack if they're Synchro Summon monsters.
Infernity Inferno.
I might end up coughing this card out and putting an equip card in because of the fact of what it is. Oh, in Tubal Duel, you can actually use this thing here. Until the end turn, all monster you control inflicts piercing damage. Right now, I don't need piercing damage. I'm going to go ahead and place this card on the field. I know I need a special summon it just to get it on the field, but I would rather using it as an attack. So I'm going to use a blue Stardust Dragon right off the bat to take the triple damage to this monster.
I've had enough of your tricks.
And then I finish off it with level 12.
My monster attacks you directly.
And then I end my turn.
It's my turn. I draw Infernity Randomizer.
So now I'm going to go ahead and activate this. This is a good reason of showing you what the card can do. Solemn Wishes is a healing card. If you really need to heal faster, this isn't the card you need. So
I'm setting a card. I won't let you off the hook that easily. It's
So-
my turn. My turn.
I have 2 Fortune Lady monsters on the field. I'm going to hold off on that. Although I need to find a way of taking out my opponent with more attack points. Right now, I'm not getting anything, and I only have up to turn 10, and the game's over. If I don't beat this in 10-10, the game it becomes a draw, and somebody else can take over the attack and stuff like that. So, let's see here. What's level 4 player turner monsters? No. Level 6 is a draw of a card. Okay. I could do the draw of the card next time. So, I'm not going to activate that. If there's a piercing, I'm going to have to pierce the when he's in defense position. So, let's go ahead and battle it. Attack.
My monster attacks.
And then attack.
My monster attacks you directly.
See, now it triples his attack. Now, if I would have had Fortune Lady Every on the field, she would have been more dominating and hurting the life points and stuff like that. I'm in turn 3. Even this is my 3rd attempt. So there's 5 attempts, and it's and each turn is a whatever. Hello to Wayne's World Game Live. How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. I have already said something about the cards, about what each card does in this my deck here, and I will probably do that in every live stream here on out, whatever cards possible, and that are in my decks that I have, and show you guys what it does. Level 6, yes. Let's go ahead and get. Let's go ahead and put pass out there and get every out there. So let's go ahead and activate this. This and this. And then this will come in handy now. And then now I can go ahead and activate a skill. I'm going to go ahead and use a level 6 cards while I'm also activating that. increasing my attack. And then battle.
Scared to attack. Let's battle.
So I'm going to go ahead and attack.
I attack with my monster. My handless combo begins.
Okay. And then I'll attack again.
Stardust Dragon. Cosmic Flare.
And then
Shaking.
I end my turn.
Let's enjoy tearing each
Having a
other to
running
shreds.
nose, that's my problem right now.
I draw.
It's very cold weather outside. It's probably in the 40s right now or 50s, and my nose has
I
been
end my turn.
yesterday,
It's my
today
turn.
has both yesterday and today has been a lot nuisance for me. So
I
yeah,
activate my monster's effect.
banish a card. Yes, let's go ahead and banish this card. While I'm at it, let's go ahead and activate this card.
I activate a field spell.
And then now I'm going to go ahead and activate it because I need Fortune Lady Earth on the field as fast as possible. Go ahead and activate it.
I summon a monster.
Then I'm going to go ahead and use... let's go ahead and draw... go ahead and use this effect. And... I don't know if you can do an...
A duelist's job is to give life
can
to
you
their
do
cards.
effect twice? So I should be able to do twice as more damage than what I was before. So
I'm not
battle.
scared to attack. Go. My monster attacks you
So that
directly.
should be 20. Why did it not increase my
I'm
attack?
shaking. Attack, Stardust Dragon. Cosmic Flare. Go.
Oh well.
I attack you directly.
I don't know why it didn't actually work.
I end my turn. It's my turn. I draw. Let the Infernity Night. Phantom Hand. I won't let you off the hook that easy. My turn.
Alright.
End my turn.
So we draw a card, we gain life points.
I activate my monster's effect.
And then so you've been working weekends?
Not bad.
You're looking forward to it? I have no idea if I'm going to be working weekends or not. I haven't gotten past tomorrow's going to be the starting initial start for me or whatever. So this is the reason why I'm live streaming now, because I don't know what Friday is going to hold for me. So I'm going to be busy all day tomorrow, so I can't live stream Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links on Friday. So I'm doing it on Thursday. I don't know what's going to happen next. So really, let's go ahead and remove that card from the play, because that's what that card effect does. Until the end turn, all monsters you control will afflict piercing battle damage. Okay, that's Oh, number 8 is the double. Okay, I messed that up. Okay. Number 8 is the double, and I don't have any more turns to doing that, so...
I'm not scared to attack.
Alright.
Let's go. I attack you directly. I'm shaking. My monster attacks you directly. I take shaking.
I should have realized that that's what happened. Once I get to 12, I got to remember to double it, and then if the monster's in face down, whatever, you put piercing on it so that I can actually do something about that. And the game comes to a draw. Let's see where I'm at in battle damage. How much damage did I give to him? Let's see here. Raids complete. Yes! Okay, so tomorrow, off live stream when I do this or whatever, I have to think about every time I duel, I have to duel with Turbo Duel just to unlock the character I'm looking for. And that's the strategy I need to look at. So, there we go. Because I have to, it's because of this here where I have to be, when October 1st comes around, I have to inflict 520,000 points on October the 11th at 1. After that is when I can actually get him unlocked. So, yeah. No, I don't think they do, Wayne. I want to let you guys know that if you want to, you could it, well, I don't know if Facebook has it. You can do it on Facebook. You can play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links on there, I think. But, see if I can do this. I'm going to bring up Streamlabs. Not Streamlabs. Steam. Um, so, hold on. I don't know. Can I minimize this and be able to see this? Oh, so I minimize it. It's still on the screen. Okay. I'm going to close this out. On Steam, okay, in the Steam, if you have a computer or whatever, you can type go to Steam, type up Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links if you want to type out the full thing or whatever. But it says free to play right here. So if you click on that, you can go right to the main page of it, and then you can download it for free. So it's already in my library, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the library and click on play and bring it up. Now, the other is that if you have a smartphone, you can play on smartphones like this, or if you have an iPad or iPod or whatever it is, the iPhone, you can also play that free on that phone as well. So you can sell on PSN. Yes, they do. I have a friend who plays it. It costs 5 on. Hold on. PlayStation.com. Um, I need to go to the store shop. Uh, buy the games. Um, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Search. Wayne, where is it on? I'll minimize that. Close that out. Okay. I'm at the PlayStation Store right now. I've already typed up Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and there's no information of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links on there. I'll even type it up where it's you. If you're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary of the Duelist, that's not Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. If you're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Millennium Duel, that's not Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. If you're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Decade Duel Plus, that's not Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. We're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, as in the actual game Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So that's what it is that it has to be Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, not Yu-Gi-Oh! Whatever. Because yes, there are other Yu-Gi-Oh games in on the console systems, but they do not match the same as Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. On the other games, if they are what I think they are 5 card slots instead of 3 card slots. Um, and as I said before, when you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards, anything that's level 1 through 4, you can put on the field automatically. Level 5 on up, unless the card specific, 5 to 6, it's 1, and 7 on up is 2, unless the card specifically says otherwise. So yeah, uh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is not on the PlayStation 4 system. It's not even on the Xbox One system either. Even though, yes, it is, you can be able to do it that way. Speaking of which, is it really, you can go to the store and on the Windows and see if you can pick it up from there? Let's type up Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. No. Okay. So Steam is your best bet on that. If you have a Windows, um, if you have a Windows computer, desktop, laptop, whatever, you can actually go to Steam and be able to do it. Okay. Well, if you happen to have it on, you can screenshot it if you can, or you can give me a link and I will look to see if that link is there. But it's free to play. It's supposed to be free to play, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is supposed to be available for whatever. So I don't know if it's available for any other systems except for the, on the PlayStation 4 system or Xbox One system. But it has to be titled Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Do you pay monthly subscription to stream? No. No, actually, I don't. It's I don't because I don't have the means of necessary to doing it, and that's like saying Amazon Plus. I do have an Amazon account, but I don't have Plus. I'm not paying for the Plus, so maybe by only selling it in the UK, maybe. Um, I never heard a computer good enough for games. Well, now you do. Let's see here. I really don't know what I really want to do right now, other than speed duel through this. So, I want to see what the computer does with this new deck of mine instead of me messing around with it. I also need to think about getting Stardust Dragon if I'm lucky enough. In my phone or whatever, I can get Stardust Dragon without a problem because I paid like I didn't use money. I used gems or whatever to open packs, and when I opened packs or whatever, I got the Stardust Dragon from that. Keep saying Blue Eyes because I know I love the Blue Eyes White Dragon. The Blue Eyes is my favorite card. It's my color of eyes. So yeah. So yeah. Uh, I had an Unreal tournament game years ago, but it took up the whole computer memory. Well, that's something you need to look into is how much memory your computer has and you can look it up on the Steam, and you can look to see how much it requires for that particular game to be available. Here, I'm going to look it up bring it up again and see what type of requirements it says. All right, it says here the requirements here is that if you have, it's recommending Windows 7 or higher. It's also recommending a Intel Core 15-3320. It's a 4 GB RAM. It's got to have well, it can. This is just recommended, but the minimum I can tell you what it is. Navient GS Core 4. Is it 4? GTX 970. The Direct X version 11. Network needs to be broadband internet connection. Storage needs to be 8 GB available space. Sound card on board. Additional notes is you can have TV screen can be as high recommended on here. It says 1920x 1080 monitor resolution. Here, I'll show you. He's talking about that he's having a real engine of the game as being a problem or whatever. And what I'm reading is this information right here. Um, this is the Yu-Gi-Oh. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh. Uh, information here. So I was reading the recommended section here. What it is now on the other part where it says minimize or minimum, you can have up to Windows 7 with the 6-bit. Is it 6-bit? Yeah, 6-bit. And then the processor unit can be Intel Core i3 3210. The memory is 2 GB of RAM. Graphic wise is an Intel HD Graphic 4000. The Direct X is version 7. Network size needs to be broadband internet. Storage size can the minimum size can be 4 GB of memory space. The sound card is on board, and the screen note can be as low as 1280 times by 720 monitor resolution. So that's a requirement that the Streamlabs, not Streamlabs, but Steam has it available for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So it's free on Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So if you want to go and see it, that's up to you. Doing it that way. Which computer works best for games? Not that I understand the lingo. I'm okay. I want to say if you have a phone, if your phone is say 32 GB of memory that's in your phone, it would work on your phone. Mine is a 19, not 19, mine's 16, and I'm having issues trying to keep the game on my phone. But if you have enough memory on your phone, that's great. On a computer, anything that's like Windows 7 or higher works well with the game. So if you have a Windows XP, then forget about it. Windows XP is not great for that. It's not going to help out. But I and I don't know if here, I'm going to try Facebook. I'm going to try see what I'm looking up Facebook, guys, and not allowing you guys to seeing what I'm looking at. So I'm going to let one duel go through if I can. So let's go ahead and let this game duel go through, and I'm going to look up Facebook and see something. Um, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Play the game. Okay, I'm at the official website, and it says you can download this game to the Apple Store. You can download it from the Google Play, or you can download it on Steam. These are the three known devices or things you can use for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. If you have a tablet, that's great. Get it from Yu-Gi-Oh! Plays, not Yu-Gi-Oh! Google Plays on your tablet. Get Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. You can play it on your tablet. But it has to be a good tablet. Again, memory size on it needs to be 16 or higher. It's not good for 8 or anything less than 8. So don't go less or whatever. Go with the much higher memory if you can. So I'm coming back. There we go. I just said you had 60 gigs on your phone. That's 30 more gigs than a 30 gig phone. You struggle, and yet you recommend. It's okay if you have 60 gigs on your phone. Congratulations, good for you. But I don't have that. I have 16. So if I'm struggling with 16, I went up the next one up, which is 32. So, oh. So that's what I'm suggesting. If you got anything higher than 23, good, go for it. You can add it onto your phone. You can add it onto your computer. Whatever size of memory you have. If it's higher than 32 gigs, or if it's got 1 terabyte, that's great. Your computer is actually better. Um, you were misunderstood. I don't understand what you mean by that. Which computer works best for a game? Not that I understand the lingo. Like I said, when I was saying, when I was reading that, I thought you were meaning uh, what uh, what computer works better. I don't know. HP, Dell, Apple, Mac, anything. The whole concept is if the computer works with the game itself, then it works that way. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Did I lose that? I lost to the 6. Gravekeepers. If I lost to a Gravekeeper, then okay. So, um, okay. So let's see here. I need to do 5 more duels, and the I'm gonna let it auto duel on its own. But I need to do 5 more duels to do a to get a turbo duel available. Snake, do you ever win? I do win against computer, but against people I may not, because the way the deck is rigged out, that the computer generates the deck and it forces whatever it is. So So, one more turn, the game comes to a draw. Axe to spare, awesome. So there we go. So there we go. I'm going to keep... What I'm going to do is I'm speeding my process and stuff like that. It goes very fast. You are expected to read them all in a flash. Oh, you're talking about my cards? I've done the reading of the cards and stuff like that. Like, I've already read what this card does, and it doesn't help me. And I also read what this card does. I also read what this card does at the near the very beginning of my live stream. So I don't want to mention it again, but I can tell you what certain cards, as a summary, can do. This card allows you to bring out any monsters by sacrificing life points. Max is 2,000. 1,000 is to summon one monster. 2,000 is to summon sacrifice two monsters. 1,000 is sacrifice one monster. 2 is sacrifice two monsters. Or 2,000. So, what this card did was it sacrificed 2,000 to bring out this card here. This card only you get to sacrifice 2 cards or whatever to get that card on the field. With this card, with the field card being there, it allows that card to stay on. This card here to stay on the field. So that's basically what it's all about. Fortune Lady cards have each and every one of them have a special effect to them. Here, I'll do this one duel manually so that you can see what I'm talking about. But I've already read all the cards and what they do and stuff like that. So, anyways, let's see here. I need to bring that light up. Bring that up like so. So that's better. Okay. This one is special summon to get 2 cards. If there's other Fortune Lady monsters on the field. This is this normal summon, and it takes out a trap card. This card here allows me to remove it from play by any card effect and special summon a monster from my hand. So at this moment in time, he's already put a trap card down, and it's gone. I'm going to do a normal summon on this, and I can't draw 2 cards because I don't have another Fortune Lady card in my hand on the field, so there's no way I can special summon that. So I'm going to go ahead and place that card face down, and I pretty much end my turn.
It's my turn.
So what's going to do is once they...
Let's battle. My Infernity Knight attacks.
I'm going to go ahead and activate this.
There's still hope for me. Here's my face down.
I know I should be putting the pressure on and attacking, but if I can't attack, this is the only way I can do it, is make them attack me, and I can use the time passage to
end
speed up
turn.
my Fortune Lady
activate
water
my
to
monster's
increase its attack during that turn to be able to do the damage that it needs. And it goes up by 3, so it increases its life points as well
Tribute summon a
by as
monster.
many light levels there is on the card itself. So, as like Fortune Lady Earth is 6, so 6 times
I attack with my
400
monster.
would put it at 2400. So if I would have put slip of time passage on it, it goes up by 3. So 3 to 6 makes 9. So 9 times 4,000 would be,
Let's enjoy
yeah,
tearing each other to
a
shreds.
much higher light level than
My
what it
turn.
is right now.
I draw. I activate my continuous spell. In my hand's empty, so I can use my launcher's other effect. Come out! Come out!
And now he's putting,
Infernity Archer!
ouch. I gotta get rid of that card as fast as possible.
You're the
I'm
toughest
surprised you
I knew you'd
survived.
be a tough one
But
to
will
beat.
you next
I
turn?
draw.
Oh,
I activate
great.
my monster's effect.
Um,
I activate
again,
my
I'm gonna have to
monster's
place that card on the field and put time passage back on the field as well again.
I set a card.
I'm not doing a lot better than what I was prior with that turbo dueling, because right now I'm literally just
My monster attacks.
applying damage and then moving on to the next card and applying
Take
damage.
this. I
So
attack with my monster.
now, in Turbo Duel, that changes everything for me because I actually have rigged up a deck
I'm not
prior
giving up.
that is
I
more
end
of a
my turn.
powerhouse deck
I enjoy making you
just
suffer.
for this event
My
only, so I can get that one
I
person
draw.
unlocked. I don't even have
The
access.
monster.
I don't have access to spare on this card in my other game, but I do have access to spare on this one, which really is kind of
I'm surprised
different,
you
but
survived.
still.
But will you next turn?
Okay,
I end
Fortune
my
Lady
turn.
Earth is
I knew
causing
you'd be a
damage for
tough one
every
to
turn
beat.
it turns
I
on
draw.
back to my turn. So like
I activate
this,
my
it
monster's
automatically
effect.
gives me an additional light level,
I
and then
activate
all of
my
a sudden
monster's
it
effect.
just whatever uh, puts
I
the
activate my
goes
monster's
up a
effect.
light level, and then I inflict a damage to my opponent.
Not bad.
What I am
But
going to do
predictable.
is going to change the whole gameplay because
I know
Synchro
what to
Summon
do.
monsters do
I
more
summon a
damage
monster.
than any card because it's double the damage. Why I place Fortune Lady Pass on here is because it's effect.
I
I
activate
can
my
choose
monster's
one
effect.
Fortune Lady card on my field, right here, choose it, and I can lower or increase the light level of how many cards I ditched into the uh, graveyard. So I got rid of 2. Fortune Lady Earth is at 8. If I decrease it by 2, it should be at 6, which it is. Then I can go ahead and sacrifice those 2. And I know I shouldn't have done that because I know it's a lot more damaging to have Fortune Lady uh,
I need your help.
uh,
I
Earth
synchro
on the
summon a
field. I should have
monster.
increased it to the water instead of Earth because Earth does more damage than water does. But again, I synchro summon a monster, and then I can go ahead and
I'm not
battle
scared to
damage
attack.
my
Let
way
go.
through.
Attack.
And it's this event only that has the synchro summon
I
monster
attack you directly.
do twice of the damage. Ooh, speaking of which, I can do this.
Here's my face down card. I activate a quick play spell.
So, do you get physical copies of the
You'll
cards?
pay for that.
I like old school Pokemon. Yeah, you can get the old school cards for
I'm
it.
not giving
I
up.
have my own
I
version
end
of
my
Yu-Gi-Oh
turn.
cards over
Nothing
here,
you play
and
will
most
save
of the
me from
Fortune
my
Lady
wrath.
deck that you
It's
see
my
here
turn.
came from my physical copy of
I
my deck.
draw.
But I had to
From
get
my
the cards
hand,
for it. I'm still
I
missing
activate a
Fire and I'm
spell
missing
card.
Dark monsters, so
I'm
of Fortune Lady
surprised you
cards. So there
survived.
you go.
But will you next turn? I
Uh,
end my turn.
make
This
it
is the
work
perfect
like
test to
the
go beyond my
game with
limits.
the
It's my
figure
turn.
that You loaded in. Okay, so you're saying, can you make your physical copy be added to the game? No.
I activate my
You have to
monsters
win
effect.
or open
I
packs just to
activate my
get those
monsters
particular
effect.
cards. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here soon. I'm going to go ahead and
I'm not
battle.
scared to attack. Go! My monster attacks you
And I can
directly.
show you what I'm talking about here soon.
Nice damage. Here I go. I attack you
Six,
directly.
640. And I in my turret, I got him down to
I'm not giving
900.
up. I end
I
my
could have
turn.
won that if I would
Don't
have gone with
underestimate my
Fortune
handless
Lady
combo.
Earth not
My
being
turn.
synchro summoned with the Fortune Lady Pass.
Feel.
So okay. So Zenio Davis is asking a question about packs and stuff, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So I'll show that information here soon. So, and then I'm going to go over here. So, if you had a card that you really want to go after, you want to go with box sets, or if you want to, you can choose decks or whatever, and you can get cards from your decks, from the deck series. But I'm going to show this here. Say if you wanted the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon and you want it really bad, you can come in here. The Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon's right here in this deck. But you can also get other cards from the deck, like Judge Man. You can also get Mystical Hats. You can also get for dark monsters. You can get the Sword of Dark Seated or Dark Dimensions, which is a great card to have, but it's not the strongest card. You can get a Trap Jammer in here. I think there's a Spell Jammer in here as well too. Um, but yeah, you have a whole slew of cards you can pick up from one pack. Um, Say if you wanted also to pick up another cards like something closer to your Destiny Heroes, you can choose this Galactic Origins or whatever, and you can get Elemental Hero Woodsman. And maybe if you're also lucky enough to getting the Neo Space Aqua Dolphin, or if you really want to push your luck or whatever, and I mean, getting a like a card like this is the field card, Neo Space. You have to pick them up, and it also you can buy it with the money. Like you could buy 10 packs with one SR, and it costs $5.99 in the United States. In other places, it could be a different cost. For But if you're playing this and you have like gems up here, uh, and it says that you can open 6 packs with 30 gems. I have 30, three. Wow. Okay, so what it is that I gotta sneeze. Anyways, 300 gems for 6 packs. I have 312. The max, the max height of that is much higher than that. So, anyways, is it random selection when you pick packs? It randomly selects 3 cards. It does that. It randomly selects 3 cards, which means you're going to have to pick up more packs than what it is. What I mean by randomly selects 3 cards, I don't need this right now for this character. I have to. I want Stardust, and I don't have Stardust yet because it's right here. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to open 6 packs. How's your dad doing these days? He's doing okay. He's back now on exercise, running or not running around the track. He's walking around the track, and he's doing a lot better than what he is. But the doctor told him to be very careful about doing that because if he overstresses it again, it might reflare again, and it might not help him. So yeah. Plus, on top of that, he's got a doctor's appointment for his foot sometime down the road. So, sorry about that. All right, opening packs. It randomly selects 3 cards. I want Stardust Dragon in this attempt. If I happen to get it, that's okay. Don't get it, that's okay too. So, anyways, here we go. First pack, 3 cards. Here we go. And you can tell by what cards are what by the how many Karibo shows up on the screen. If the pack lights up, and if your character appears on the screen, and if it says "Bam," it's in a special order. Right now, I know I'm not going to get any special cards, so success probability is 0. Send 2 random fusion card monsters from your opponent's extra deck to the graveyard. Ooh, as in you're throwing their. If they have like a fusion monster, like if they have 2 Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragons, that's all they have in their thing, you can remove both of them from the field. That's awesome. But yeah. Oh, shoot. That's a Synchro Summon monster spell card. I don't think I gained. I accidentally skipped, but you can. It's a max of 3 cards, and it randomly generates the cards or whatever. But if you look over on the right side of the screen where it says Stardust Dragon is a 1, some of these cards in here show like a 5 and a 6. That 5 means that card is already gotten. So it can randomly generate the 3 cards in every pack, but when you get a card or whatever, this number on the right side of the screen goes down 1, which means you're getting closer and closer to getting the card that you want to get. Like for me, I want to get Blue Eyes White Dragon. Which card is which one does everyone want? Anything that everybody wants. Okay, for to build your own to what people usually do, and I'm going to show you right off the bat. Starter decks are usually your start off point. Okay, and a lot of people have been choosing this deck here because it's got Blue Eyes Waven in it. This card during your end phase, if you do not normal summon, set summon a monster in this turn, you can banish this card from your hand and special 1 red eyes monster from your graveyard, except for red eyes B chick. Then you got the red eyes slash dragon, and then it also has its effect and stuff like that. The Red Eyes Archfiend of Lightning, the Red Eyes Retro Dragon, the Dark Helix Seal Fusion, the Red Eyes Fusion, Rebirth, Red Eyes Toon Dragon, the Puppet King, the and this is usually the deck that they refusion. This is usually the deck that they would choose as a first card that they want, but they also want to get a hold of a Joey's deck. If there is a Joey's deck in here, let's see, where's Joey at? There's a Joey's deck. No, not this isn't it. Okay, what I'm looking for is Red Eyes Black Dragon because that's the one card that they need to have in the deck. So the only way to get a Red Eyes Black Dragon is that you play as Joey Wheeler. And the only way to doing that is that there's a requirement for Joey Wheeler to have. So if you play as Joey Wheeler and you get up to I don't think that he's got the Red Eyes Black Dragon in this here, but I do know if you actually get him unlocked, he gives you a Red Eyes Black Dragon on there. We're trying it on a laptop. Cool. Hopefully you guys have Windows 7 or higher. So there you go. So okay, so I gotta do 5 turbo duels to get that unlocked. So I'm at 5 out of 10. Anyways, let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, I gotta change Yugi. I don't need to be on Joey. On an accident.
I believe in my cards.
Going back. It's a MacBook Pro. Cool. That would work. On Steam, and there is availability on Steam that you can get. Or no, it's not on Steam. I did say it. You can get it on Steam, but you can also get it on Apple Store or whatever. So if you find it in the Apple Store, that's great. Um, let's see here. I want to go. I've already burned out my crystals, my gems or whatever, to getting a pack and stuff like that. Uh, so, like I said, Joey Wheeler, if you get Joey Wheeler unlocked, you get the Red Eyes Black Dragon, you can get that deck unlocked. Um, I'm going for whatever cards possible. If I can get 3 of each, that'd be great because that actually opens me having more of a chance. That means I'm going to have to keep dueling a lot more Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff like that. So, yeah, that's the whole concept there. I'm going back here because there's an exclamation point on the screen. Where do you go on the screen to play online? Okay, first screen. I'm going to show. So let's go. I'm going to clear this first. Get this taken care of first. So if you already have the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links downloaded on your Apple stuff, when you click on it, it would bring up a red screen that says 50th anniversary of Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know why it says that. No, it's not. It's 50th anniversary to Konami. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through my situation. So say that this is an Apple Store, and I click play or open it up. I already have it downloaded, and it brings up Konami's 50th anniversary. So once you get to that point and it does this loading screen, it goes like here, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Go to Ignite Link. Then you have a downloaded screen where you have to wait and stuff like that to get into it. Once you get done downloading it, it should bring up a menu screen, like a little screen like this, where it pops up like, okay, you got all this information. You're getting all the understanding about what it is and stuff like that. And then you click the arrow. You can go here to your main screen. My whole concept of anything, if you want to change your name, go to this little person up here in next to this gearbox in the middle part of the screen. Your screen's going to be just the middle section if you're on a phone. On Apple or something like that, I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't have an Apple. I have an Android. I have a Windows. I don't know. But middle section person, you can actually change your name if you want to. You can also uh, do a lot of stuff. If you can actually say have your Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links data transfer saved or whatever, that's up to you. That's where do you go with the screen is online? I just showed it. So Um, so on this screen here, when you click on your little character on the top right hand corner, you can type up your duelist name. It usually gives a duelist or whatever. Oh yeah, you can choose from Yukimoto or Seto Kaiba at the very beginning of the thing. I totally forgot about that. You can choose Yukimoto or Seto Kaiba, or is it Yami Yugi and Seto Kaiba? Either way, either one, you can choose whatever cards you want from that. Blue Eyes White Dragon is the Seto Kaiba one. Dark Magician is the other one. So if you want either one of them, it's up to you. I went with Seto Kaiba because I know Seto Kaiba. I like Seto Kaiba's cards because it's Blue Eyes White Dragon cards. I know how to run them. Not a problem. And they do have special animation for it if you have it underneath certain characters. Like Seto Kaiba, if you had Dark Magician card in Seto Kaiba's deck, it won't do the Dark Magician deck, the Dark Magician animation. It shouldn't. But if you had the Blue Eyes White Dragon with Seto Kaiba, it would show you the animation of that. If you get to Mokuba is usually the hardest character to get because you got to go through a bingo thing just to getting Mokuba unlocked. Once you get the bingo thing unlocked for Mokuba, you can actually be able to have Mokuba in that. They already did a special event. They blew past the event that I'd done already with the Seto Kaiba and Mokuba recently, and that's how I got um, this. So Mokuba is different looking than Mokuba in this section. Seto Kaiba's got this nice, like a hearing piece, a mic piece or whatever, hooked up to his head, and his arm is all his dual links, the dual disc. So there you go. It's totally different than what the other is. So, and I don't know how long that's going to stay available for me, but yeah. Anyways, let's see here. I went back to Yusei Fudo because I got to do some stuff. So I'm a guess. We have some basic stuff to practice first. Yes, exactly. And then if you really want to learn more of how to do stuff, this dual quiz stuff is a lot easier to work with. You can actually unlock as much as learn different things like how to summon a monster, how to tribute a monster, how to tribute a monster to change an attack, defense, battle position, select or for a target, use a spell one or use a spell two, trap cards. It does like so many different things. How to destroy a trap card. It just gives you some helpful hints if you really want to do these. Plus, on top of that, these gems here, if it if it's if you want the gems or whatever, that's up to you to getting this and stuff like that. That's up to you. It's 15 gems per things, and then you can get a spell card in here where it says spell card. It's trap removal. So Then it gets much higher up. You can you learn more about check your card attributes, inflict the battle damage, remove attack defense, and it does all of the extra stuff that may not have been mentioned prior into the game. And even these are 15 gems apiece. There is no Yu-Gi-Oh cards in it, I think. And then the higher up one is much harder ones. If you're able to go through and duel a deck, a random deck out of each and every one of these, and you can choose up to what you want to choose from, and then go from there. So, and those are also 15 gems a piece there. Then there's a tutorial. If you really want to know about tutorial, you can look it up and stuff like that. That's up to you. Want a duel? Sure, why not? So, my duel number is either you want to be my friend on Duel Links or whatever. It is the numbers over there. It's 188. I forget the rest of the numbers. Give me a moment. I think the number is 188 664 640. That is what I call online number, what you guys see while I'm live streaming here. And the bottom number is the one that I call offline. When I mean I am online with the phone, but I'm not live streaming it. That's why I call it offline. I am it's part of my phone on here. So if you want to be friends with me, that's up to you. To add a friend or something like that to your Duel Links or whatever, go to friends here, go to search, and type up the numbers. Say like my number is 18864. Was it 664? Is it 664? Yeah, 664 664 664. Oh no. 188 664 640. Search. Unable to find the duelist. Really? Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see. I don't think you can search for yourself. I think that's what they're trying to say. Uh, so the other number is. I gotta pull this over so I can actually see it. Oh, there you go. So I'll accept that. And then, or you can type up this number here, 472-829-895. Search. And that's my other profile name right there. So I just want to let you guys know that you can actually do that in typing up stuff. So let's go ahead and duel the person that just became my friend. And that is right there. So let's go ahead and duel. So I'm going to send a request a duel. So we're going to sit here and wait. Sorry, I'm watching Yu-Gi-Oh off to the side here, and right now it's the Duelist Kingdom, um, where Pegasus took Yugi's grandfather's soul. Oh, you're in gold level 7. I am not there yet. Why are you biting yourself? I gotta quit my. I gotta figure out how to get my dog to quit biting himself.
I know you love duel monsters as
That's
much
a
as
reason.
me.
Another job. A reason
Let's
why I've
get
got
our
to go and
game on, you say.
get a
Duel.
job because of
It's my
JJ.
turn.
He's
Go
itching
set a
himself so
monster.
bad right now,
Ending my
and
turn.
My
and you and the money for YouTube isn't going to help out. So I got to go and work at Walmart. Okay, so you went with that. Oh, good. Let's go ahead and do it this way.
I know what to do. I summon a monster. From my hand, I activate a spell card.
And I want that one. Go
I know
for it.
what to do. I special summon a monster.
Go for
I
that.
set a card.
Go for that. I'm going to hold off on that card. We're going to go ahead and battle.
Take this. Attack. Here I go.
And there we go.
My monster attacks you directly. Ah!
I'm not beat yet.
And there we
end my
go.
turn.
Here I go. It's my turn. I draw. Your moves are super sweet, you say?
Poor
No matter how
JJ.
difficult
Is it
the
please?
duel, you faced
I
it with
don't
a
know.
smile.
It might
I will
be,
take that
but
challenge,
I've
Jake.
been trying to get him to take a bath or whatever. Okay. What, you want to try again? So, let's go. There we go. Oh, you're gonna go with Zane Truesdale? Zane Truesdale. Normally his deck is Cyber Dragons, but yeah.
With my cards, by combining
The
my
reason why I have
cyber
Fortune
legacy
Lady
with
deck
the underworld
as
deck,
a part of
you
USA
don't stand
Fudo
a
is because I'm
chance.
trying to
Duel. My
go
turn.
and use it
I
as
set
a
monster. I'm
for
ending
you
your turn.
the
It's
Yu-Gi-Oh
my turn.
the special events that they're
I
doing
draw.
as of right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate
I
that
know what to do. I summon a monster.
and activate
I
that.
set a card.
I am my turn. Oh,
I'm not scared to attack.
What? Oh,
Let's
no.
battle.
I thought it
Here we
was
go.
my turn to end.
I
Oh,
attack with my monster.
you went first, so I gotta. There you go.
I end my
And you
turn.
go.
It's my turn. I draw. My monster's effect activates.
Okay. Yep. He also has the Keel cards too.
Come, Cyberdark Keel! Cyberdark Keel's effect activates. Let's battle. Attack, Cyberdark Keel! Dark Whip!
Watch this.
There's still hope for me.
Yes, you can
I
hurt me
flip over my
if
face
you
down
want to.
card.
That's up to you.
I activate my trap card.
But I'm negating you from attacking that monster.
Attack, Cyberdark Keel! Dark Whip! My monster's effect activates.
Okay.
I won't
I
give
end
up.
my turn.
My turn.
This is the perfect test to go beyond. I draw.
Ooh.
I need your help. I summon a monster. From my hand, I activate a spell card.
And I just drew that card
I
too.
crave victory.
I need your help. I special summon a monster.
It'll be
From my
nice
hand.
if you end your turn.
And now
Activated a quick
look at
spell.
this. Oh boy. Okay, let's go ahead and battle.
Here I go. Attack.
And I'm gonna.
Now, my monster's effect activates.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Now, my monster's effect
Oh, look at that.
activates.
Go.
Thank you for
I
leaving that
attack
card
with my
available.
monster.
Ah, not good enough.
And now it's my turn.
From my
I'm
hand,
not waiting. This
I
is the end
activate a
of
quick
game
play
anyways.
spell. I activate my monster's effect.
And then I'm going to go ahead and battle the last of it.
This is the strength of our bond. I attack you directly.
I don't need your pity.
So
As
there
a
we go.
duelist, I believe in all my cards.
You made me do this? Okay. I'll do it again. Let's see what type of deck you got. I like to see what type of deck does what. You're going to use your main deck now? Okay. It might give me a chance of knowing what I should do against the calendar this event thing, so I can jack up the attacks of all the cards that's on the field, so I can actually get the Callan card or Callan to be part of unlockable. All my it's hero time. Oh, let's see how Elemental Heroes is going to work with this. Oh, you got probably Neos also, maybe. I'm going second. Okay.
Duel lives within.
Jaden, I know you and I will have a fun duel.
I know you love Duel. It's my turn. Come out. I summon, I activate my Neospatian Aquadolphin. You're up. I activate Aquadolphin's effect.
Oh,
Sail
he's
away.
doing his synchro summon or contact fusion because he's got the already an I don't know.
I'm not beat yet. I activate my monster's effect.
Yep.
Show yourself. Neospatian.
Okay.
Ending my turn.
My turn.
Okay.
I draw. I set a card.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and add
Okay.
that.
I summon a monster.
Let's go ahead and
I'm
battle.
not scared to attack. Let's battle.
I want to leave Glow Moss. I may take the be a bad idea on that, but I'll go ahead and just take Glow Moss. Leave Glow Moss on the field, I mean.
My turn. I draw. I end my turn.
Okay. I
I
don't know how this is going to work out for you.
My monster's effect.
Sure, I'll go ahead and activate that now.
I activate my continuous trap.
I think you're going to...
I summon a monster.
I feel sorry for you. Let's go ahead and activate that. I'm going to go ahead and choose that card. I'm going to ditch one card to make it level 6. Then I'm going to synchro summon my every card.
I know what to do. I synchro summon a monster.
And then I'll battle.
I'm not scared to attack. Let's battle. Take this. Attack.
Glow Moss's effect activates. Signal check.
I end my turn.
My turn. I draw. I end my turn.
It's my turn. I draw. I activate my monster's effect. I know what to do. I summon a monster. No matter how difficult...
I did say I was sorry for that. I'm really sorry. So you want to do it again? You could say no or whatever, but I'm leaving it open for you if you want to. Okay. So he didn't want to. Okay. But oh, one more. Hold on. Okay, back to friends, and I gotta scroll here and duel. Give me luck back. I do want to say that I don't think I have luck. I know how my cards strategize or how it works. Um, and that's what I put my the understanding of my cards. In Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Zane Truesdale talks to his brother about how
I know you and
certain
I will
cards
have a fun
you
duel.
should know what
I
your
know
cards
you
should
love my
do.
monsters as much as me.
So
Let's
that's
get
the
our
reason why
games
I
on, you
built
say.
some of
Duel.
this deck
My
here
turn.
on this game here around my deck is because I do build it around my deck.
Okay. I
So
summon a monster. I set a card.
and
From my hand, I activate a spell card. I need your help. I special summon a monster.
I end my turn.
I end my turn.
It's my turn. I draw. From my hand, I activate a spell card.
Let's see what you do. So you threw away a
Join me.
Neospacian monster
I
from your
summon
hand,
a
and you threw
monster.
away one into the field.
I activate my
Okay.
monster's effect.
So you have Neospacian, Neospace. Okay. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon one Neospace monster.
Let's go. Elemental
Nice. And you place it in
I
defense position.
activate my monster's effect.
Looks like
Fire
you're
up,
going contact
Neospatian
fusion
Flare
here.
Scarab.
You got the Scarab and Neos on the field. So you contact. Well,
Contact
do they go
fusion.
directly to your
Elemental
deck
hero
when
Flare
you do
Neos.
that? Wow. Okay.
I activate the spell card, Miracle Contact. Meet Elemental Hero Dark Neos.
Okay, that's awesome. But you also lost your attacking points too. Now you gain your attacking points back.
Elemental Hero Glow Neos. Let's do this.
Oh! I bow to thee! You have beaten me! I bow to thee! Congratulations, you got me
Neos'
beat.
effect activates.
Because right now, I can't do anything. Even if I bring another monster onto the field, I can't do anything
Neos'
about it.
effect activates. Signal Buster.
Yes.
You're not the only one full of surprises. I activate my monster's effect.
No. Um,
Let's go, Neos. Let's go, Neos.
I need your help. I
Don't
special
worry,
summon a
Yubel.
monster.
I'm fine. battle. Dark Neos attacks. Dark Cosmic Crush.
I can't let you push me around.
This duel was fun, but it all has to come to an end.
I knew
attack
you'd
with
try
my
that.
monster.
Here's my face down card. I activate my trap card.
This duel was fun, but it all
There you
has
go.
to
You got
come
your
to an
win.
end. I
Congratulations.
attack you directly.
I couldn't do a darn thing in that. Congratulations on that.
So this was Jaden's fusion strategy. You've given me new ideas for my own tactics.
You got your luck back. The problem is with the Fortune Lady cards is that I can't speed through and getting all of that, do all the fusion summons and stuff like that. So, yeah, I receive an extra deck. So I'm gonna let him, you say, go up against Jack Atlas. I also need to think about going back over to the events thing and get more of my unlock it so I can actually have a turbo duel. And that's another thing. I don't know if you noticed that if I can get my Earthbound Immortal on the field, you can't attack me. But I can tell you the weakness to all Earthbound Immortals. Take their field card out. That's all I could say. You can remove them from play, but then you have to actually deal with the effect that my monster has. So, let's see here. I am at 2 more duels away to getting that completed. So let's go ahead and run that. So anyways, let's see here. I'm going to win this one too. Axe Spare on him. And I got one more turn and I'm done. I don't need the 2 more, but that's what the game gave me, so... Oh, wow. Even though I was less attacked, I was in second place on that. Oh, well. And I need one more duel to make the turbo duel thing here up and ready. So, here we go. One more duel. Oh, boy. So, I will, next time, I will, when I come back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Next time, when I do Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, I will do my my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. It's not completed though, but it is somewhat what I do for to make up the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And I will use the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck that I made from the Seto Kaiba's, the second Seto Kaiba, not the first one. And I think if I did, I think I've already merged the first one into the second one. Second one into the first one, excuse me. So, okay. Special summon It's removed. Oh, that is awesome. So now I can do a turbo duel if what I can, but I don't want to waste that turbo duel. I want to wait until much later to doing that because due to the fact that I want to have this to unlock uh, a Callan Kistler because I need to get this unlocked, and that's how I'm going to do it. Is I'm going to use the Turbo Duel, get Blue Eyes, no, Stardust Dragon right off the bat on a Turbo Duel, and then hopefully get the Fortune Lady every on the field as fast as possible, and if possible, even get Fortune Lady uh, light or not light or earth, either way, to get on the field mostly Earth. I want to get Earth on the field, and then I can get things taken care of from that. So there you go. Let's go ahead and you're itching yourself. Why would I please your itchingness? Now you're making me want to look at you right now. Yeah, that is definitely not good. That's you. You're tearing your fur off your butt and you're causing skin to. I need you to stop itching yourself. So there you go. Basically, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is doing a event right now called Raid Duels. Once you get to a certain point in the game, you can actually get your hands on a card. Um, you can get your hands on this card when you get up to a certain power level, and you can get that card through that. My whole best bet to tell you guys how to. Why don't you get a piece of cardboard in the shape of the cone? Cone, cut a hole in it and put around. I would rather have a plastic one instead of a wooden one because he could break the wooden one. But I need to get him to go to a veterinarian hospital too and get the a pill or whatever that insects don't like eating or whatever. So I want to treat him right by getting him to the hospital and stuff like that. So that's the only thing. I also can get him to take a bath or whatever, and I had him take a bath a couple of times. He just doesn't like the water. So yeah, I'm not happy about that, but that's what happened. Um, I'm also doing this thing here. Hopefully, getting up there. So, anyways, let's go ahead and auto duel that. Yugi versus Reba Underwood at the Duelist Kingdom. And that's what I'm watching right now. When is it the next time you're going to stream this? This I'm going to try to duel you. Um, that really, I will let that. I will mention that on YouTube when the next time I'm live streaming. Maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I wanted to have it on Fridays for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, but if Friday gets overrun, then it would be on Thursday, if possible. Right now, I don't have a schedule for me to know when I am going to be live streaming and stuff like that. So, um, I can't give you that information. That's the reason why I said that the YouTube or Twitch is going to be put on the back burner because I couldn't get YouTube to be like a job or whatever. I was trying to get it to be a job, but yeah, not working out. So, um, if you ever do happen to get into this, my suggestion, if you want to burn through your total damage, go through and do all the assist duels. And then when you're done with the assist duels, go out of the assist duels, duel as many people as you can that are on the screen. You can't duel that guy there. You can't duel the rabbit that's in the middle of the screen. You can't duel the person right there. But if you see any other people that with a blue background and a person's face on it, or a darker blue or purple background, that person you can duel with, and then you can get enough of those things or whatever, and getting it that way, or you can go into the PvP section, which is here, and go into the Coliseum section and battle a person there, or go to the rabbit and do it there. Um, so yeah, you can do it that way to help speed yourself up. But anyways, for the things for the assist duels, uh, they don't require any of these purple stuff. So yeah, hello to Mikey, JRT20. How you doing? Welcome to live stream. So if you want to speed enough of your like trying to get all of these to obtain all of these stuff here, like you can get this card here, you can get this card here, you can probably get that card there. The next card, this is the card here that you want to try to go after, and it is 940,000 damage points that you got to do on here. So yeah, um, or you could go up to this point and get the Archfiend Calling, which is another synchro monster. But you got to be careful what you do with the synchro monsters. This one here says you could do one tuner monster plus one plus non-tuner monsters. You can actually put like summon. Not I don't know where certain ones are, but for tuner monsters, you got to find a thing that says tuner on the card. Like my Fortune Lady Pass says tuner on it. That's a tuner monster. The non-tuner monsters are the normal monsters that don't have the word tuner on it. That is considered a non-tuner monster. On this one here, just to get this card, you have to have one dark tuner monster, which is Fortune Lady past or whatever. She's a dark type monster, but the the but again, it says that plus one or more non-tuner monster, which means you can add another non-tuner monster in the list and be able to get that. But it has to be equal to the number of stars on the cards to this card. As in, like, if you have a tuner monster that is a level 3, so you have to come up with 5 as the other one tuner monster, or maybe 2 and 3 as the other two uh, tuner monsters, or not tuner monsters, non-tuner monsters. This is what I'm referring to. So you can't tune a tuner monster, as in you can't have 2 tuner monsters to tune them up. Um, let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to deck here. Let's go to here. And let's see. Synchro summon rated monsters. And okay. See, as this card here is a level 2 dark type monster, that's a card that would work for that one for this one card here, because it's a dark, it says one dark tuner monster. So one dark we got a one dark tuner monster, level 2. It's a tuner monster. So you got to put so two level 2. So you got 2 out of the 8. So you need a level 6 monster or 2 level 3 monsters or a level 4 and a level 4, level 4 and level 2 monster to make a 6. You see what I'm saying? You got a lot of strategy to synchro summon a monster. So to synchro summon a monster, you got to do it that way. For a fusion monster, like purple cards, like polymerization and stuff, you got to have a polymerization card. I'm going to show that too. Close that off and go to fusion monsters. Okay, someone I mastered this game. I will crush you. Well, good luck with that idea, but we can try it or whatever. You and I could probably go up against each other. But anyways, I'm going to point out these cards here because these cards are fusion monsters. To fusion monsters, it require 2 cards or 3 cards. Per se, like, I'm going to show you this card here. This card here is a warrior fusion monster. It's a purple card. And it says that it requires a flame manipulator and a Saki of the Lord Swords, Saki the legendary swordsman, Masaki. The You have to have these 2 cards and a polymerization card to activate to put this card on the field. My fortune, not fortune lady, but elemental hero deck that I have. You have to have a elemental heat and elemental hero lady heat. Fuse this, and this is a special card because it's an effect monster. This effect monster says you must fusion summon and cannot be special summoned by any other way. If this card battles a water monster, this card gains 100 attack during the battle step only. So some cards are that way, and some cards are not special. This one here just says 3 elemental hero monsters. So if you happen to find an elemental hero core, and you have 3 elemental hero cards, and you got a polymerization card that goes with it, fusion summon it, and you can get this card on the field like that. No problem. The problem is that usually when you go and try to fusion summon other monsters, it requires like a name card and another name card, like Elemental Hero Avion and Elemental Hero Bacinatrex to make Flame Wingman. And then Bacinetrex and Bubble Man. Or you could do 4, which is Elemental Hero, Avian, Elemental Hero, Bacinetrex, Elemental Hero, Clayman, and Elemental Hero, Bubble Man. You have to have 4 cards to add that to being 1. But some of these other cards are basically to help you out as materials to fusion summon. So you can substitute this card by 1 fusion monster. When you do this, the other fusion monsters must be the correct one. As in, like, say, if you are putting up, going up, and you have Lady Heat, and you have that one card that I showed previously, this card here. If you do Elemental Hero Lady Heat and that one card, you can put it as use it as an Elemental Heat, and that becomes available for you to be able to fusion summon it. A Rock Rider being the Rough Rider, or whatever it is. This is a card that, if it gets destroyed, you can send it to the graveyard, special summon 1 Elemental Hero and a Polymerization card from your graveyard and add it both to your hand. Which means you can get another Polymerization card from the graveyard when you use it. You can actually use a Polymerization card again on a different set of Elemental Heroes just to get that available. So, anyways, let's see here. I'm going to show this guy here, Elemental Hero Wizman. He does once per turn. During your standby phase, you can add 1 Polymerization from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So he can actually help bring out more of a chance of getting the Polymerization card into your hand and stuff like that. Now I'm going to show you guys what Polymerization card looks like. So there are several different versions of Polymerization card in this game. Okay, so this is the original print of the Polymerization card. This one here is pretty good. Let's see where there is a second version of it in this, but this is the most printed Polymerization card in real life. But the other is a minor print because they don't print it very often. Is this card here? That's the other Polymerization card that they have on there. Those 2 cards are still considered as Polymerization card. You can only have up to 3 cards on any cards except for ones that are, have like a limited on it. Say, like, I'm going to show you what it looks like as a limited. There is, okay, this card here. If you look carefully, there is a 2 listed here, and it's called Ace of Cup, or Cup of Ace. Excuse me. There is another card in here that I know that is only got 2 of, and that is what most people would go and pick up as a card is enemy control right here. Enemy controller is actually got 2 on it, so which means you can only have 2 cards in the deck for this particular card. Any other cards that I mean, if there's a circle with the X on it, a circle with a line across it, it just prevents you from using it. If there's a circle with a 1 on it, that means you can only have 1 of those cards. And a circle with a 2 on it, which means you can only have 2. If there's no circle on it, which means you can play any card possible, but you only have a maximum of 3 cards in it, in each deck. So this looks like it says it's a 1 on it. So, yeah. Anyways, it's just one of those type of things where you can learn and stuff. There's an awful lot of remembering in this game. Well, for building a deck, you want the only things you need to worry about is how many cards can you have in your deck and how they work together. Okay, the game will remove the cards or put a circle with a line on it, a 1 or a 2 on it. It will allow you to know how many cards you can have in the game. You don't need to worry about that part. The game will allow you to know that. That part is just self-explanatory. Like I said, this card here shows it's a 2. Uh, Several cards down through here shows it's a 1 or a 2 or a line on it. It will show you. That's all you need to worry about. But anything else, monster wise, same thing. You can have up to X amount of monsters. Requirement does say limit of 3 cards in of one monster in a card, or magic and trap cards is up to 3 unless it's listed. Okay. Another card listing would be Fortune Ladies. Fortune Lady cards are different, and each and every one of the Fortune Lady cards, there are Fortune Lady 1, Fortune Lady 2, and Fortune Lady 3 state that it says treat this card as Fortune Lady card. No matter if it's not on the field or it's in your deck or whatever, the game only specifically, if you have like 3 Fortune Lady 1s, 3 Fortune Ladies 2, and 3 Fortune Lady 3s, it will make you choose which Fortune Lady cards you want. Because if you put 3 Fortune Lady 1s on the field, it will black out the other 2 because you already got Fortune Lady cards on the field because it's rated as a Fortune Lady card. This is the reason why I normally don't talk about Yu-Gi-Oh cards all that much, because I don't want to overwhelm people when it comes to playing the game. So, yeah. Anyways, that being said and done, I am going to go ahead and wrap this up. But thank you guys so much for able to enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links with me. I will probably be on my phone or whatever. So if you want to friend me there, please friend me there, and I will accept it. So we can duel whenever you want to duel. That's up to you. I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to receive the information. But again, like I said before, in the top right hand corner of the main section of the screen, you can click on the little guy here. It will bring up your player profile, and then you can choose your friends, and then go to search, and then type up the name the code of my code or whatever in the search bar here, and then hit search, and it will bring up down here the character that the person that you're looking for. But other than that, thank you guys so much for being able to enjoy the content. Go ahead and bro punch that like button like a champion if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, go ahead and hit that follow button. It's that heart-shaped icon that is on the screen, usually on the top left-hand corner, if you can. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. That is a notification bell allowing you guys to know when I'm live streaming on Twitch. For on YouTube, the only way you guys would know when I'm live streaming is if I'm actually live streaming, and you have to hit that notification bell as well after you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget that we will be doing this every so often, and keep your eyes on my community section on YouTube, because that information will be available for you guys when things come. When I can let you guys to know when I'm able to live stream or not. Uh, I don't know when the next time I'll be live streaming. I don't know if I'm going to be live streaming on Saturday or Sunday. When things do come, I will let you guys know. So take care and have a nice day. Bye for now.